Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the importance and development of chemistry, and also we are going to know about some important chemists and their contributions. Chemistry is the science of different organic and inorganic compounds and their reactions and their atomic structure, and also how they react to give new substances. And the branch of chemistry can be divided into two main branches or sub branches. One is organic chemistry and another is inorganic chemistry. In organic chemistry we discuss about and we study about the compounds which are mainly made of carbon and also carbon and hydrogen. And in inorganic chemistry we study about the elements which are part of the periodic table, all the elements except carbon and hydrogen. Here you can see the picture of a periodic table of elements. Now this periodic table is something that actually groups different elements that are found on Earth. And Dmitry Mendeleev, he was a scientist, he was a chemist. He actually did the sequencing and arranged all of the elements. Here at first you can see that number one position is captured by hydrogen, which is found in sun and stars. Then there is helium, which are used in balloons. Then there is lithium, we use lithium batteries. Then there is beryllium. Then there is boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. And all of these elements that are found on earth are actually given some particular numbers, and also the uses are also given. So all of these elements fall under the branch of inorganic chemistry except hydrogen and carbon. Now we are coming to discuss the importance of chemistry in our daily life. So in agriculture we use fertilizers, fungicides, insecticides, pesticides, ammonium nitrate, phosphatic fertilizers, urea, etc. They all are chemicals. Then in extraction of heavy metals, extraction of or metals that are very valuable like gold, silver, and also steel, brass, aluminium, iron, and make vehicles, trains, ornaments, tools, utensils from them, we use chemistry. In cosmetics you use lipstick which uses beeswax, then powder, deodorants which use alcohol, spirit, nail polish, etc. all use, there is all evidence of use of chemistry. In health sector we use different medicines which are also chemicals like salicylic acid, aspirin, etc. And in also some test kits, like we can use normal sugar testing kits or glucose testing kits at home, and all use chemical principles. In case of fuels, petrol, diesel, kerosene, and in cooking gas, LPG, CNG, all use chemistry and all are chemicals. Then in textiles we obtain silk from silk moth, and it is processed in chemical process. Then there are dyes which actually color our clothes, all are chemicals. In electronics we use silicon and germanium. Silicon and germanium, if you find it in the periodic table, you will see that these are two elements which are used in electronics for making television, computers and laptops and parts of it. And also in computers and laptops, gold is also used for making different parts of it. And then in other fields like in plastic we use it every day, and this is a very important chemical. Then there is explosives in sports goods, pens, cements, all of the parts of our life use chemistry in huge amount. In our daily life, from the moment we open our eyes in the morning and the moment we go to sleep. Chemistry is present so much in our daily lives. In the morning, we use toothpaste to brush our teeth. So the toothpaste also has menthol, fluoride, triclosan, aspartame, parabens, etc. present in it. Because of the chemical present, which is named menthol in toothpaste, we get the cooling feeling in our mouth after using the toothpaste. In soaps and detergents, we use long chain fatty acids like stearic acid, oleic acid, palmitic acid, and some strong alkali and detergent use sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryate sulfate, etc. In case of food preservations, like in case of pickles, etc., we use amount of salt, sugar, and oil, and also sodium benzoate to keep food proper for a long time. In cosmetics, we use solvents, polymers, grease, petroleum jelly, Vaseline. We use Vaseline, and Vaseline is nothing but petroleum jelly. In drugs and medicines, we use hydrogen cyanide, naphthalene, nicotine, methyl bromide, etc. In oxidation of food, what is oxidation of food? When we take food or when we ingest food, the food we take into our body is oxidized to give energy, which is used for doing everyday work. And how this food is oxidized? There are also chemicals present in our body. There is stomach juice, there is intestine juice, and it has different enzymes like trypsin, chymotrypsin, bile, pepsin, etc., which actually breaks down the food into smaller fragments and helps to use the energy for different work. So chemistry is present everywhere you look at. Now we will know about some important scientists or important chemists and their contribution in chemistry. First, the most important person, who is Dmitry Mendeleev. I have shown you the picture of the periodic table. Dmitry Mendeleev is the one who actually formulated the periodic table. He arranged all the elements which are known or unknown according to atomic weights, and we can actually predict the properties of those elements from the periodic table. And also, if we find some unknown element, we can use the periodic table to place the element at proper place, and also know the atomic weight and some properties of that substance. And then there is the French scientist or French chemist Antoine Lavoisier. He actually recognized and named oxygen. He actually discovered oxygen. He first wrote the extensive list of elements and helped to reform the chemical nomenclature. He is also famous for his attention to the phenomenon of combustion, and with the famous experiment in which he heated pure mercury in a swan-necked retort. It is a chemical instrument leading to discovery of oxygen. He actually discovered oxygen. Next, we have John Dalton, who actually postulated the atomic theory. When you go to higher classes, you will read about the Dalton's atomic theory. It actually talks about the basic composition of elements. That he also talks about atoms. He also talks about electrons, neutrons, and protons. But Dalton's atomic theory was later corrected by many scientists. But the basic theory, the basic structure of atom was given by Dalton at the first time, and all other modifications were developed based on his atomic theory. So John Dalton is very important. Then we have up next Van Helmont. He actually discovered carbon dioxide. Then we have the scientist named as Glauber, who prepared a chemical known as Glauber's salt. The salt is named after him, and he also prepared hydrogen chloride gas from sodium chloride and concentrated sulfuric acid, and also later he prepared nitric acid from potassium nitrate and concentrated sulfuric acid. All the chemicals and the symbols that we are reading here you will know when you go to upper classes. And then there is Joseph Priestley. He prepared sulfur dioxide gas by action of hot concentrated sulfuric acid on mercury. Mercury is the element that is used in thermometers. So he prepared sulfur dioxide gas. So these are all the chemists that you need to know about, and there are so many other chemists and they have some important contributions in the field of chemistry. So this is one of your tasks that you need to do, that you need to find about some chemists, at least 3 of them, apart from all the chemists that I have shown here and I have talked about here. So you need to find about other 3 chemists, all of you, and you need to find about the findings and contributions they have made in the field of chemistry, and you need to write it in your copy and then submit it to me in the next class. Okay, thank you so much.